it's Siobhan at Cool Eco Community, looking after our apple trees at the start of the season. It's really important to keep the base free from grass and weeds, but if you spray it, you're poisoning your food and the soil and the water as well. And if you go in there with a spade, digging the grass up several times a year, it's a lot of work and you're damaging the roots and the soil. So what we do is we just mulch. So they all need a good feed at the start of the year, so all our fruit trees and nut trees get a nice helping of manure. Maybe 2 shovels of manure, well rotted cow manure. We're very lucky to have. There's a blackcurrant plant in there too, so make sure there's enough for the both of them. That'll give it a feed. That won't kill the grass though. Then to start smothering the grass, we use 4 layers of cardboard, which gives really good cover. I've wet this cardboard so that it rips more easily, or it can be a lot slower. You can't put too much on, to be honest. Whatever you can get your hands on. And you go out nice and far from the tree because you want to keep the grass at bay, at least as wide as the tree's branches go, because that's how far their roots will grow, but you can't do too much. It's good to have a good buffer around the tree where there's no grass growing. Oh, 2 layers together. This one is 2 layers together as well. These ones aren't so wet, they're looking okay. Another little tree there. Whenever you come against an obstacle, you can just rip the cardboard around the obstacle. Then we put lots of woody material, which is what trees like the best, as a mulch. It brings in the fungus, and the trees love to grow in soil that's rich with fungus. But the branches won't be good enough to stop to hold that cardboard down when the wind blows, and we're very windy here. So we also use whatever we can get our hands on: straw, hay, grass clippings, or in this case mouldy silage, my favourite, because it's also got fungus, and because these big clumps are really, the way it clumps together makes it really hard for the grass to grow through, or weeds to go through. So even it takes 6 months for that cardboard to rot, and by then the grass should be very, very weak, almost dead, and then the other layers should keep it from growing. But you might get, at the very worst, you might get a few weeds coming at the end of the growing season, but it won't get overloaded by them. So if you do this at the start of every year with your fruit trees, you can see how much you put loads on. You don't have to. We have loads of material, so I'm really giving them the best possible. You could do half of that, but if you do this every year at the start of the growing season, you won't have to weed for the whole growing season. So it's a very environmental option, but it's also the easiest option. The fruit tree is so much nutrients from the manure, and also loads of lots and lots of carbon from all this stuff as it rots down. All this will become soil, so it makes a very strong tree as well. That's it.